Hello, I'm Kristen Lee from the Never Ending TBR in Kristen's Corner, and I'm going to give you some Team Naughty recs today. I have two that are Christmas books. One I'm pretty sure has spice, and then the other ones that I have are just straight up smut and all the spice of life. So, check your trigger warnings with all of the books, and we're just gonna jump into it. I'm pretty sure Wreck the Halls, which I just got today, is a spicy book. Even though it looks very wholesome, there's spice in it. I haven't read it yet. I will be reading it soon. I'm very excited to read it. So this is a rec to me, so now it's to me and now to you. And then another one is this series by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. It looks wholesome, but it is naughty, absolutely naughty. Which one? This one is, yes. So this one is my favorite. I haven't read the third one. The third one's supposed to come out this year, I think. I think Steph read it, but I love the other two. And I'm sorry that this did not hit for Steph, but this one is about B, and she is a plus size adult film entertainer star, and she gets cast for a Hallmark Christmassy movie with a I think he's in a boy band. Yeah, ex-boy band member, and they go to, I think, Vermont to film this film, and so it's got all the Hallmarky vibes in it, and yeah, it's so funny, and she has to act like she's not who she says she is, and her co-star figures it out, and he's like, oh my god, I know who she is. How did she get on this movie? It's so good. And there is a gentleman's club called, I think it's called Reindeer Games or something like that, and there's a stripper in there that is just, she's one of my favorite side characters. Her and the makeup and wardrobe artist, oh my god. But I love these books. And then the next one is about a tween teen star that went down a slippery slope, and she makes a movie like this with the bad boy in the same boy band. So for most of us that have read it, we saw AJ McLean as that guy. And kind of like a Miley Cyrus kind of character, and she's just trying to revamp her image and everything like that, and for some reason she thinks that the Hallmark movie is how it's gonna happen. So I love this series. So if you haven't picked it up, this is the first book, and oh my gosh, I love it so much. Anyway, so those are my Christmas ones. And then for my naughty elves that have daddy issues and love mafia romance or mafia spice, Gorgeous Monster is really, really good. Like, I could not believe the balls on the girl. I think she's like 21 or something like that, and she's friends with the mafia boss's daughter, and she gets into a pickle and ends up going to him for help, and he ends up marrying her so that she is unavailable for the other mafia gang group, and he's such a dom, and yeah, so if you've got daddy issues, you'll like this. And then I think Gorgeous Prince is the second one. I still haven't gotten that one yet, but I got this in one of the romance reveal boxes. So that's naughty. And then, like I said, check your trigger warnings for all of these books. Check it for this one as well. I love this book. This has been one of my favorite books until I talk about the next book, which is kind of like tied with this one. And Butcher and Blackbird has everything that I like in a horror, comedy, parody, spicy romance book. It has everything that I loved. There are scenes that are going to live rent-free in my head. Bryn has an amazing sense of humor with her writing. And yeah, I loved both characters in this. And it starts off, you find out they're both kind of like have these Dexter vibes where they go and they hunt other serial unalivers, and that's their game, and each one, like each character does their own way of doing it. And yeah, it just, Sloane, she's this quirky, you know, the way she does stuff and how her brain works and stuff. I loved her. And then Rowan, oh my gosh, Rowan is like one of my favorite characters ever. He's a chef and he is known as the Butcher. And one of my favorite things that he does in the whole book is when he buys groceries for her, but and then tells her how to cook because she doesn't really know how to cook. And then throughout the book, they're also meeting up to do their serial unaliving. My favorite section of this book is the one that mimics Chainsaw Massacre. Oh my God, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So freaking, I was like, I could not breathe. I was laughing so hard. Like how they end up killing the guy, and she gets into a fight with the guy before the showdown happens between all of them, and she finds out that she got hurt, and then she's looking over like to see how bad the damage is, and she finds something and she freaks out and she wants to go back and do it all over again. Oh my God, I love this. Leather and Lark didn't hit as well for me. I did love it, but I love this one. Like, this is one of my top books of the year. And then this is the one that's tied. I did not want to believe that this was going to be as good as it was, and I highly, highly, highly recommend the audiobook. I heard that the audiobook for this is good, but I was also told that one of the voice actors is problematic, so if you're one of those readers that try and stay out of the drama or whatever, and I don't know, but I heard that the audiobook is good for this, but the audiobook for this is excellent. I freaking loved Allie and Josh. The trigger warnings, if the trigger warnings can make the voice actors laugh and then say, okay, if you still want to get into this book, come on in. You know it's going to be a good time. I was shy about it because of how big it was. Like, I didn't know if it was going to be a slow burn. I didn't know. No, it is straight up, like right into it. And if you don't know anything about it, it's about Allie. She's a nurse that works, I think, in the ER. I'm pretty sure it's the ER or triage. I'm not sure. And she works overnights, and she follows this guy on TikTok, and he does masked thirst traps. And she sends one to the guy that she's kind of having a fling with and saying, you know, would you do this for me? You know, and he was like, absolutely not. And then he cuts off things with her, and he tells his roommate, who's this tech genius, what the request was and why he's not seeing her anymore. And you come to find out that his roommate is the thirst trap guy. And he does some light stalking and finds out about her and does a video in her room because he breaks and enters into her house. But then after he does that, he buys all these things to secure her house. And it's a wild ride. It is. And well, if you want to read it for Christmas and winter, a lot of it happens during the winter. So I loved it. I loved it so much. A lot of the things that he does with Allie, he's in the mask, and he gets a voice modulator, and he forgets it. So he talks like Batman. That is my favorite part. That, and he falls asleep with the mask on and he can't see when he wakes up, and he's like, oh my God, I've blanked until I've gone blind. I knew it was gonna happen. I freaking died. But yeah, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Caught Up to come out. So yeah, this was really good. Yeah, I thought I would have more. I have series of books, but I didn't want to share my love of, like, I love Black Dagger Brotherhood books by J.R. Ward. Actually, anything by J.R. Ward is spicy and naughty and fantastic. Bourbon Kings was good. Her Angel series, oh my gosh. If you don't fall in love with Dog and I think his name is Eddie, oh my gosh. And then the Black Dagger Brotherhood books, I left off at Lassiter because I really didn't want him to end up with who he ends up with. And I was kind of upset as a reader. But they are spicy, they are fun. Another series is the Love at Stake series, which is also a vampire shifter series. There's actually one that's called All I Want for Christmas is a Vampire, and that's really cute. And you can read it as a standalone and not have to read the entire series. I'm trying to think of what the other one was that I like that has a bunch of spice in it. It's not in that pile. It's not as important as I thought it was. If I think of it, I'll edit it in. If not, that's my recommendation. Have you read any of them? Did you like them? Do you have any suggestions for me? What do you think I should pick up? Are there any Christmas ones that I should pick up? And yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. I just read The Christmas Tree Farm. Put a picture here because I just brought it upstairs. Anyway, it looks like a cozy Hallmark book, but the spice, it's slow burn, and then once the spice hits, it gets pretty spicy. So if you're looking for like a cute, cozy that has some really good bang for your buck spice towards the end, that one was pretty good. I had an issue with the girl, but the guy would love, I want one in real life. Like, package it up, Santa, put a bow on it, and I would like to have one. Thank you. So, yeah. That was it. Stay naughty. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.